Welcome to Brandon Gap. When you cross the road, head to the left, not the trail to the right. I think that's just a deer trail, because there definitely isn't a hiking trail over there. So cross the road, up the hill to the left, and then you'll see this kiosk. So this is Brandon Gap and heading back up to the long trail. Filling out the logs. So Sucker Brook's 5.4, and I guess Rattlesnake isn't the cliffs right up here. The Great Cliff is. I thought it said Rattlesnake on my gut hook, but so we'll go check out the Great Cliff because I don't think that one was closed. Now I'm not going back to look at the sign. Maybe I'll try to look at the picture. Anyways, we'll see what's going on up there. My first Green Mountain Wilderness area. Joseph Bartel. Oop, I hear coyotes. Oh, here we go, into the wilderness. So I'm in luck. The cliffs are only closed March 15th to August 1st. This one's the Great Cliff. I don't know where Rattlesnake Cliff is, so. But I was able to pull sunrise time down from the internet because I have signal up there and it doesn't come up for another hour, so I'm going to move on. Skip the sunrise this morning. Here's the closest thing I've had to a view on this trip. This is it, just views poking through the trees. So here we are at a pitiful view, but it's a view kinda. 4.1 miles into today. I got another 2-ish miles to Sucker Brook, but again, that shelter is off of the long trail. I don't know how far, so I'm not sure if I'm going to actually go there or not. Last night, I didn't do much filming when I got to camp. I set everything up, ate dinner, brushed my teeth, and I was in my hammock by 6 o'clock and sleeping. I woke up at like 9 o'clock and thinking, holy crap, I'm going to be up early. Went back to sleep, woke up at like 2, kept waking up, looking at my watch because I wanted to start early and try to catch the sunrise, but ended up I was on trail by 3:30, 4 o'clock. So, I mean, it's 6:45, I've already done over 4 miles, so anyways, I guess maybe I'll spend some time in camp today, or maybe I'll keep going. I don't know. It's kind of boring when there's nobody there. You know, I kind of felt like I should have kept going last night. And a couple people stopped by and said hello, but kept going. And but then it was 7 miles to the next shelter, which is this, oh my God, I just lost the name of it. I want to say Sucker Brook or whatever. It's like 7.1 miles, and this has been all up, down a little, up again, like lots of up. So especially after we went across the Brandon Gap on the road, it was all up after that, up to the cliffs. So I probably wouldn't have been able to pull it off. It would have been a 28 mile day yesterday. That was too much. This pack is killing me. I was hurting last night in places I didn't know you could hurt, and like my shoulder blade, my one part of my foot, and it was just weird random spots. So obviously this extra weight is putting some strain on parts of my body that have never had strain before, because I've never had aches and pains from hiking a 20-mile day like yesterday. But I have a 30-pound pack is the difference. So anyways, it looks like we're going down now, and then just to turn around and probably come back up. So anyways, let's get back on trail. Got I think today all together is going to be about a 16-mile day, so get to it. And then tomorrow's the Bread Loafs in Wilson, though, so they're New England 100 highest, so I'm hoping they're going to be nice, some views. And then the day after that, I think it's Abraham and a couple of the 4,000 footers, and those are supposed to be really good, so I can't wait. Here we go. So here we are down at the intersection of Sucker Brook, and I can see the shelter from here, so we're going to go down and check it out. So anyways, I got down to that shelter, and there were 2 guys there from Texas, and they were actually getting off trail to head up to Camel's Hump because they're running out of time. They only had limited, I can't remember how long, he said they had 3 weeks off or something, and this is coming up to the end of their 3 weeks. So they wanted to get off trail, having a friend pick them up, and they were going to go up and do like the highlights, like they were going to head to Camel's Hump and Mansfield and all the good ones, because they knew they would not finish. So anyways, I got talking to him, never did any video, never took a picture of the shelter. It was kind of a blah one, nothing special. But anyways, up here, having a little snack. Thanks, Dave. Dave gave me a box of granola bars. You get some of it in your mouth, but most of it ends up on the ground or in your lap. And cold soaking worked out good yesterday, so doing it again. These seals, I didn't seal this the way I normally do when I dehydrated it, and both seals broke. So I'm eating the same lunch 2 days in a row because I want it out of my pack. I probably nothing will happen because there's no moisture, but it is getting to the air is getting to it. So I wanted to use that up first. But anyways, finish up my snack. Sitting at a little viewpoint, kinda. Not much for views out here. Hopefully that changes when we get over to starting tomorrow. But anyways, look at that. We made it on the other side of the Joseph Battelle Wilderness area. So it looks like we came up to Snowball Woods, I guess, it says up there. So here we have Snowball Woods. Didn't know this was even here, so I don't know what the name of the mountain itself is, but that's what the name of the ski slope is. So here we are, ready to enter the Breadloaf Wilderness. Second wilderness area on this trip so far. I don't know anything about it, but tonight we'll plan is to stay at Skyline Lodge, which is 5.3 more miles. It's gonna be kind of an early one, unless the hiking gets really hard. But I gotta stop off at Boys Shelter and get some water, which is 3.2. Didn't really see much water. There was a pond with all kinds of people swimming in it. Decided not to get the water, so I'm gonna register. Well, I registered. So there we go, all ready to go. So here we are up at Silent Cliffs. Probably should always look at the information before you head out. A side spur, there's a blue blaze, and it'll be in 0.4. It's a pretty good view, but I'm not sure I would have done it if I known it was 0.4. So that just added basically almost another mile to my trip today, and I'm really low on water. And I still have 3.5 miles to go to get water. Now 4 miles almost. So anyways, but I'm here, so let's get the views in and get going again. Here we are at Boys Shelter. Not staying, just stopping for a minute. I gotta go find the river. I don't know where it is. It was supposedly right around here because I've been out of water for the last 3 miles. So, anyways, just the average shelter. Of course, the old boil Your water for 10 minutes untested. Fire pit. Some benches. And another nice privy that will definitely keep the rain off your head when you're using it. Not even a roof on this one. Huh. Getting skimpier the north we get here. Well now, another wonderful water source. I'm gonna get some water out of it though, that's all that matters, right? Here's Skyline Lodge. Supposedly, according to Gut Hook, there's a caretaker here, but there's no one at all. And it's starting to rain, so I picked a good spot to come camp if I can camp somewhere. Look at the view from the porch. So tonight, it's food for the soul, coconut rice and Cuban black beans. I didn't even worry about last night's. I did ramen. Ramen bomb, hot sauce. I think that was it. And some olives in there. But anyways, at least I'm going to have a good spot to eat. I don't know where I'm going to hang my hammock. I don't have a sleep pad. Probably string one from the roof rafters in there. But if somebody shows up, I don't know. I saw some stealth sites back on the trail. I might go up there. Or I might just push on to the next one. So, I don't know yet. We'll see. Decisions. So here we are at the summit of Bread Loaf Mountain. It's actually not on the long trail. It's a blue blaze off the long trail. I didn't know that. I just happened to see blue blazes going to the side and I followed them. And I looked at my GPS and I'm at the summit. So I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. So here it is. Woohoo! Spectacular, huh? And of course it started pouring as soon as I left the shelter, or the lodge, I guess they call that, Skyline Lodge, and ran into a southbound guy who told me there's 10, 20-something-year-old kids all hanging out at the next shelter. It was either turn around and find a stealth spot or just keep going, find a stealth spot down there. I need water. I didn't grab any water from the pond because it said that, I don't even know what the next, I think it's Emily Proctor shelter. Said the water source was great, so I plan on getting water there. So anyways, one more mile to go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm at a shelter, but not the shelter I stayed at. I'm down here at Cooley Glen Shelter. Actually, there was a bunch of people that had just came out of here. They were through hiking, going northbound. My first northbound people this trip so far. Up around 44 miles so far. I actually stayed at where did I stay? Proctor. I think it was Emily Proctor shelter. Well, I camped again last night. When I got to Skyline, oh my word, I wish I could have stayed there. It was so dry. Porch, views, everything, but I didn't bring a sleep pad. BK told me to bring one. I had one in my car, and I didn't have it in my pack. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to throw that sleep pad in before I take off. I got in the car with Eunice. Got probably half an hour away, and thought to myself, shoot, the sleep pad. Oh, I won't need it. Well, yeah, I wish I had it. So anyways, it was like 10 kids partying there at that shelter last night. So I kind of set up down the trail. I got there, it was almost dark, pouring. I got caught up on Bread Loaf in the rain. Didn't get it. I did get some video on the GoPro of summiting Bread Loaf. Nothing special. I thought it was going to be because it's a New England 100 highest. So then I hoofed it down to Emily Proctor, set up, got some water. I had already eaten dinner at Skyline. I had internet there, so messed around with Facebook for a minute. Put my headphones in, turned on the music, had internet, so I streamed the Amazon Music last night and went to sleep. And it poured while I was sleeping. I didn't wake up at all because it was must have been sideways rain because everything underneath my hammock was wet. My underquilt was wet. I had my tarp, a little bit higher than I probably should have, but because I was spending time under it, I want to be a hunchback. But still, it must have poured, and my feet are drenched right now. It was 5 miles to here, and just mud everywhere. So, anyways, I just found out for the people leaving that the water is actually back the way I came, down a side trail, 2/10. So I got to run down and get water because this whole stretch today, there isn't any water. I believe my car is only another 15 miles away. So I'm going to definitely be going through Lincoln Gap, where I was originally going to put my car, then I figured it wasn't far enough, then I put it at Appalachian Gap. So I probably could make my car today. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna. There's like it's not Stark's Nest, but it's kind of like Stark's Nest, I think. And it says it has tent sites behind the building, and you can hang out in the building. And there's actually a water source, and I think that's the only water source on the trip I'm going to be doing today. So I got to get enough water for the day. So, anyways, enough babbling. This shelter is nothing special. I'll run out in the rain and get a thing of it, video of it. Just your typical shelter. So we're coming up on Lincoln Gap. We're at Sunset Ledge. Check out the views today. Little Abe at 3,900 feet. Not as good as Big Abe, I guess. So here we are on Lincoln Peak. I thought maybe Abraham was Abraham Lincoln. I don't know, maybe it is. But now I'm on Lincoln Peak at 3,975. With a chairlift down there and a lookout here. I didn't expect this one. Let's go check it out. Because that's little Abe right there, Abraham. We have Nancy Peak, 3812. Another wooded summit. And look at this, Nancy Peak has a lookout. So here we are up at Castle. I can't remember what exactly this place was. Castle something chairlift. And it said that you can sleep here. And there's some tent sites. Don't know what they're talking about tent sites. I do see a fire pit over there. But check out the hut, or I can't remember how they explained it. The place you can spend the night that's kept unlocked for people. People can lock you in. Look at this! Obviously the mice are allowed. Oh, they got a clock. They got a clock and some nice graffiti. And a heater. Huh. Has a good view out the window at least. So anyways, needless to say, we're gonna move on. There's supposed to be a spring down a little bit further. We'll check that out, grab some water. There's always Stark's Nest, but again, I don't have a sleep pad. And there's a couple other shelters and stuff on the way. Or there's all the way to my car in Appalachian Gap, which is probably only another 6.5 miles. So it'd be over a 20-mile day, but could do it. And then resupply and head on. We'll figure something out though. Here we go, back on the trail. Here we have the Holt of the Hollow water source. It's actually pretty good. Right off Castle Rock, right after Castle Rock, ski chairlift that you can't camp at. So, I rushed over here to get the good views, and I'm at the summit of Mount Ellen. And look at the views! Woohoo! I see a herd path over there. I'm hoping it leads to a viewpoint, but this sucks. Huh. Let's go over there and see. Nope, just a dead end. But there is something down that way, like a ski slope or something. Let's go see what that's all about. Hey, little guy. Yeah, it's kind of cold out for you, huh? Not a clue what this is. Good morning, good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, which is day 4, I think. Back at the parking lot, Appalachian Gap, made it about a day early. So now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the next 5 days. Yeah, 5 days, because BK, I was supposed to meet him at Twin Brook before Mansfield, and I'll probably be going over Mansfield tomorrow. So I'm not really sure what the heck I'm going to do. I'm going to probably spend a couple hours here charging stuff, drying stuff out, changing some socks. It was a wet hike yesterday, over 20 miles, like 20.1 miles or something. And it was so muddy from all the rain we got. I guess we got a piece of that hurricane up here. Like somebody explained it to me as a finger that went by and swiped through. I must have had sideways rain because everything underneath my hammock was soaked, packed. Everything, even my backup battery was soaking wet when I woke up. So anyways, as you can see, Drying the socks, even though they're not going to go back on because they're going to be in the car for 5 days. Getting the food supply together. The rest of my food's all in here. I have to go through because I've made some changes. God. The shoes on the boot warmers, which those things are so slow at drying, there's no way they're going to be dry, but I'm going to do the best I can. Get back in here where it's warm. So anyways, I'm going to change up, change my shirt, wash up a little bit with some wet baby wipes, blah, 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 blah. I'm having a feeling that I can make it quite far. If I have the right here, mental. This hike has been more mental than physical, I think, because if I get up so early that anybody could do 20 miles in a day as long as they can keep their body moving. I planned perfect for the food. I've had, like one day maybe a snack left. I noticed that the trail mix is the last thing I eat, so I think probably that will come out. My little potato idea was a total failure. It was disgusting, and it made a mess. I was trying to eat that on Mount Abraham. I had cold soaked the potatoes, and they cold soaked for a while, so they're really dehydrated. Put them in a wrap, ketchup, thinking, a potato wrap or whatever. It leaked water all over me, and it just tasted like bleh. So that's going to try to come out. What was the other thing that was kind of a failure? Can't think of it. You know what ended up being the best breakfast I've had so far on the trail is the cereal mix that I made up. The oatmeal, rice milk, granola, and I just put some water in it, shake it up, and eat it with a spoon. That's been the best thing. I took it out. I had it packed for every morning. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna rotate that out. So I took it out, and I only had it 2 days, and I was craving it the third yesterday morning. I really wanted that for breakfast. I didn't have it. So if I have those in my little box back there, they're all going back in. So I'm going to go through all my food supplies. I think tonight the plan, though, is to hike about 15 more miles. So I just did 2 out, which my headlamp died. Black Diamond, you really put me in a bad spot. That is a fairly new light. I'm going to rant at you. Last night when I went to, I knew something was up with it because it wouldn't lock, and that was the reason I bought it, because you lock it, it wouldn't turn on. And then last night when I went to turn it on, of course after dark, because I was talking to some people at the campsite, it wouldn't turn on. Now I carry a little flashlight backup, a little stream light, as a backup in my survival kit. So I just had to come down 2 miles of wet, slabby, some scrambles with a flashlight in my hand. That sucks. So I went through my car. I've got an LL Bean one, and I have my original pretzel or whatever one. I'm not even sure if this one works. Well, right now it doesn't. This one I found when we were cleaning out a warehouse, and I found it and I kept it. So that's what I gotta make do with, because I can't hike all the night hiking I do with a flashlight. So Black Diamond, you're on my shit list right now. Shit list, big time. But we'll make it work. I'm at my car, so I could try to go into town and buy a new one. I'm hoping not to do that because the town down there has a Shaw's, maybe a hardware store. So I'm not gonna get anything, special or worth anything better than what I got here, I guess. So anyways, gonna get some shit together. Ooh, look at that. I've been out in the woods 4 days. I'm swearing like a drunken sailor now. Get some stuff together and get moving. And haven't been doing great with the videoing. Doing 20-mile days, it's tough. It's tough to pull that camera out and take the time. You get into camp, you're starving, you make your dinner. By the time you get the dinner made and eaten, cleaned up a little bit, it's dark out. So I apologize. I really wanted to film this, and I actually debated leaving the camera in the car and not filming any more of this. And I want this for myself, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. That's all I can do. So I babbled along enough. See you back on the trail. So here's my dilemma. This pack is brand new. That's from 4 days right there. I'm thinking, trying to debate whether that will last 5 days further. I don't have another pack. It's one of the things I did not bring as a backup. This is a brand new pack. This side hasn't really ripped at all, but this side, I noticed it was ripped the other day, and that's how much it's ripped since then. So this hike might be over. I'm not sure yet. I gotta think about this one.